This Sunday, the Royal Rumble comes to us 1 week before the big Super Bowl with the New York Giants and the New England Patriots, but we're not here to talk sports, even though I can. This is King Jordan you're listening to. We're going to get into the Royal Rumble possibilities and predictions. Today I'm joined with Mike. Good evening, Mike.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Okay, looking forward to this big Royal Rumble this Sunday, coming to you live on pay-per-view, 8 o'clock on the East Coast, 5 o'clock on the West Coast. And before we got on the air, we had some scenarios that we're going to bring up right away. So you had a scenario of Randy Orton possibly winning the Royal Rumble. Explain.
That's right. There's been word going around, even before he got injured, that Randy Orton was the candidate to win the 2012 Royal Rumble. Of course, he got injured, and I still think he could come back because they already had him back at a house show the other day, and he didn't wrestle, of course. I think he gave an RKO to somebody. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if Randy Orton was in the Royal Rumble, didn't do too much wrestling and actually won the thing. And, he wouldn't have to wrestle too much, if at all, until WrestleMania. So that's definitely one scenario.
Yeah, I just hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, but I think that'll happen more than this next scenario. Yesterday on Raw, Mick Foley, it was announced that he will be in the 2012 Royal Rumble, 25th anniversary, whatever you want to call it. There's not a shot in America that he's going to win the Royal Rumble, let alone be in it that long. But it would be nice because he would probably get Punk versus Mick Foley. He's retired about 25 times, but that's besides the point. But you obviously don't see Mick Foley with any shot of winning, right?
No, I don't think Mick Foley will win the Rumble, although I think Mick Foley versus CM Punk would be an interesting match, even still. But I think it would be interesting if Mick Foley maybe stayed in the ring for a while, 10, 20 minutes, maybe was even one of the final four, only to be eliminated, by whoever. So, but I don't think he's going to win it. I don't think so.
Okay, but the guy who returned last month, Y2J, Chris Jericho, is the favorite. Is that your pick?
You know what? He's definitely one of the top two. Odds-on favorite, definitely Chris Jericho. I know they're going to be setting up a CM Punk Jericho feud down the line. Will it happen? For WrestleMania? We'll see. But Jericho is definitely one of the top odds-on favorite.
So you would say Jericho 1, Orton 2?
Yeah, it's a toss-up right now.
Any other wild card? Sheamus, maybe?
Wild card would be Sheamus. I think they thought about that idea, but I don't know if it's going to happen now with Jericho and possibly Orton. But Sheamus is an outside chance.
Okay, now this is the 25th anniversary of the Royal Rumble. Do you remember, and I'm putting you on the spot here, the winner of the first Royal Rumble?
Yes, I do.
And who would that be?
Of course, that was Hacksaw Jim Duggan in the 1988 Royal Rumble, which was on the USA Network and only had 20 guys in the match, the Royal Rumble match.
That's right. Very, very, very true. So we'll see what happens. Also, we have the matches from the Royal Rumble coming up.
That's right. WWE World Champion CM Punk defends the title against challenger Dolph Ziggler.
Well, they're pushing Dolph pretty big. I would be very surprised if he won the title, but go ahead, yeah.
I'd be surprised too, but let's not forget that John Laurinaitis is the referee.
Yeah.
Although on Raw they said, if he screws CM Punk, he'll be fired. So he kind of has to call it down the middle.
So what do you see in that outcome?
Personally, I see CM Punk retaining the title somehow.
Yeah, I gotta go with you on that match. Now let's get to the next match.
Yes, the World Heavyweight title in a steel cage triple threat match. Champion Daniel Bryan defends against Mark Henry.
Oh, he's the champion, Daniel Bryan?
Yes. He defends against Mark Henry and The Big Show.
This is not going to be no 5-star match, I can tell you that.
No, I don't think so. But it'd be interesting to see Daniel Bryan, find some sneaky way of retaining the title. Maybe climbing over the cage and getting out the door, maybe. But
so who's your ultimate pick?
I'm gonna have to say Daniel Bryan, but I'm not positive they're gonna keep him till WrestleMania as champion.
No, that's a very good, astute observation by you. And that's this Sunday. We have also one more match to discuss, and
that would be John Cena, of course, taking on Kane.
Before we get into that, now, you think John Cena's turning heel or not?
You know what? They're really playing up on the crowd that's booing John Cena. Of course, there's still a portion that cheers him, the young kids. But on Monday, with the whole Zack Ryder getting injured, and John Cena looked into the camera and gave this really funny face, I think he was showing like, that's it, he's getting pissed off. He may finally turn heel.
Right.
I could actually see it happening now.
Really?
Yeah, they've been holding off for a long time, but it may be a smart idea. It could be interesting to see a Cena heel.
Definitely could be interesting. Okay, so Cena will take on Kane. Now, they kind of repackaged Kane, and basically he was a jobber for the last 10 years.
Well, he did have that World Heavyweight title run.
He did have that World title run.
Other than that, nothing too notable, but that was good.
But I'm going to go with Kane on this one, believe it or not. I like what they're doing with him. He's over with the fans. It would not surprise me to see Kane win that match.
You know what? You're right. The way they're pushing Kane as the monster, I think he might find a way to beat John Cena. And because John Cena, I believe, is going to beat The Rock at WrestleMania, which is another story altogether. But I think in the meantime, they'll let Kane beat him. And, Cena will get his heat back at WrestleMania. So right. I could see that happening, in other words.
Right. So we're at WrestleMania. Do you think Cena will be healed by then? Full-fledged?
I don't want to say definitely, but it's a possibility, a good possibility.
It's a good possibility. So that'll be this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. Stay tuned, subscribe, and it should be interesting. Don't forget, this Sunday, the Royal Rumble, coming to you live on pay-per-view. Don't forget, this Sunday, live on pay-per-view. This is King Jordan,